I think I mentioned that at the beginning of this video. Well, I'm bloody mentioning it again. Oh, jeez. There we are, the end of the awful roads in Belgium is ended with a big bump. And then it comes on to this billiard board that we're driving on now. Holland is just a nice place to drive, a nice place to deliver to, a nice place to be. Okay? That's what I think anyway. I mean, feel it. This road is so smooth, it's ridiculous. Nice rest areas, nice people. Onward! Just going round Eindhoven here. Land of DAF. And various other people like VDL, who make coaches. Boobers. Done 4 hours driving, so I'll be parking up shortly. I'm about 1.3 kilometers from the rest area. Look, 4 hours and 27 minutes. Am I going to make it? Who knows? I'll have to do an Eddie Stobart thing and yell at the bloke if there's somebody in my way. Get out of my way, I need that space. I never actually saw that episode, I just what I read from people. This camera doesn't focus very well in the dark. So here we go. More comfortable clothes, one's evening wear. It was very camp, wasn't it? Another pasta thing. I like pasta, in case you haven't noticed. Some, these are the ingredients by the way. Little black bomber cheese from Snowdonia. Some anchovy fillets. Salt, pepper, just normal things. And chopped tomatoes. These are with garlic. You only need half a tin of chopped tomatoes. The other half can go in the fridge. So, I'm not going to patronise you by telling you how to make pasta. Make the pasta. I'll come back to you when the main bit starts. So right, the pasta is done. Drain that out the window. But this time, oh look, I got no end of grief last time for draining straight out the window. Nobody coming? Hello. Okay, pasta's drained. Reintroduce the pasta to the pan. Anchovies, chuck them in with the oil. Tin in the bin. Mix them around a little bit. And then half a can, these are really garlicky, of tomatoes. Mix them around a bit. Actually a bit more. And then chuck the cheese in there as well, so it all melts nicely. This is a nifty little cheese grater, it's like a pound from IKEA. And just melt the cheese in. Get a plate. Oh, actually, one of my favourite things in the whole world, pepper. And there you have it. Cheesy anchovy tomatoey pasta. Really quick, you got 10 minutes to cook the pasta, and once the pasta's cooked, you literally 2 minutes and you've got a nice cheesy tomatoey anchovy dinner. I'm now going to watch a bit of DVD and drink this amazing beer. I don't actually really drink much beer at the moment. I bought this because the can is really nice and I want to cut the top off it and use it for pens. And I thought £2.55 for some beer and a pen holder is quite a good deal. So I'm going to eat this now. Num 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 num. Hang on, but I can't get it open. There's a lot of beer in there. It's 650 millilitres. But it's actually really nice. Right. Come on. So's that. Eating!
Right, it's, oh god, I feel crap. Thursday morning. Cars are moving. It's nice getting your car transport there. Look, it's got an old Porsche on it as well. I'd love one of those old Porsches. They're beautiful. Just gonna run 30 or so k's in now and tip. Reloading in Belgium this later on. Oh god, I hate mornings. I really hate mornings, especially since I've got a cold. But I'm still making these videos for you. God, I am such a martyr to my... I did actually fall asleep slightly there. Right, onward! It's -1, would you believe it's middle of November, it's the first frost I've seen. Due to the unseasonably hot weather. Old Nijmegen, the outskirts of where I used to work many years ago for ISF, as you'd say in Dutch. ISF, alstublieft. Is there any more Dutch words I can think of? What's the swear word? I think alstublieft, is that a swear word? I can't remember. Hopfradomme! That's it, I remembered. Hopfradomme, dismissed. I went all funny accent then. I can't do a Dutch accent. When you work for HSF and you had a little bit of time to spare, you'd ring them up and say a customer was keeping you because the load wasn't ready, and then just say, and I'm not going to do the accent because I can't do it, take a coffee. I always quite liked that little phrase. Take a coffee. Okay, Mr. Plannerman. Thank you, Mr. Plannerman. At that time, working for HSF, even half an hour was a godsend. Especially in Holland, you could be running around something chronic. You could be doing pickups. Pallet here, pallet there, pallet here, 2 pallets here. You'd easily do 10 collections in a day. Not far now, 16 kilometres. Oh, and now I'm on 1 drops and stuff, isn't it nice? Oh, and 1 collection. One of the things I like about Holland is things are nearly always nicely signposted. No drifting around looking for the right place. Plus tom-toms being Dutch, they work really well in Holland with street numbers and everything. And this is the place. Herr Melden, please report here. What to the gate? Melden, that's driver or whatever in Dutch, isn't it? see what these people say. With a clean lorry, so I can hold my own against these smart Dutch machines that they have out here. One thing I actually like in another thing that you often see in Holland is offices with loads of model trucks in them. Look how clean it is. I've got a new trailer, a newish trailer. And friendly people. This is just going to be a Holland love-in, isn't it? I've got to reverse into there. Look, I look like a proper Brit in my carrying bales of stuff. Let's go and knock on this door now and see what happens. There we go, fun bit of reversing. For me and Holly the lorry. Let's hope it doesn't rain on the way back. It's nice having a clean lorry. Even the wheels are shiny. Bertie doesn't like being in sheds, they scare him. I better not cook breakfast here. It looks rather inflammable. Oh no, what's all that mess on the front? Oh, bloody hell. One thing often happens in Holland actually is you have to load or unload yourself, so I'm going to go and see if that is the case. That was really quick, 31 minutes. Just had to chuck the cardboard that was on the floor in this skip. Now going to get the paperwork and make my way to Jaunt. Customers can make or break a day. If somebody tips you in 31 minutes, it helps your day immensely. That's what people don't seem to understand, are these bloody goods in place. They'll keep you sitting there for a couple of hours. Well, no, it's not my worry, and I've never been one to worry about it. Well, a transport company's profit is slowly floating away because you can't get anything done. So, that's another thing in Holland, you often get actually, they're often really quick. I need to get a new thing from the airline. Everything's covered in dust. So yeah, I love Holland. Look, a Romanian Dutch truck, because it is Dutch. And it's pulling a container. Look at the state of it. The driver's not much better. He got out smoking a cigarette. Does he not realise he could blow us all to kingdom come? I was so quick in there, I didn't have time to finish my coffee. Just finished it now. Now we're going to make our merry way through the mist and the fog to Genk. If we get loaded there quickly, I'll be in Doodleface in no time. Calais, ready to join the queue. Shouldn't be too bad though, being the end of the week. There's not normally that many going over that way, so hopefully things will turn out okay. Links. Just another quick of Luke's top tips. Maybe I should do myself a jingle. Top tips. Oh, there's a big boot there. If you're got a Scania, as I have, a Scania Trundle wagon, and a six-wheeler one at that, when you're empty, it's best not to put your middle axle up, especially in Holland. Otherwise you might have a meeting with the first motorway bridge you come to, because Holland is very much 4 meters, and I measured it, the Scania runs 7 centimeters higher with the middle axle up. So there's one of my top tips. Another one of the things, I could just sit here and spew forth my rhetoric to the world. Another one of the things this is just going to be a long list of things I like about Holland, alright? If you don't like Holland, then you can... Oh, I censored myself there, isn't that clever? Is they take a great pride in their trucks as well. That's something that's sadly lacking in the UK. You can see it on TruckNet. People seem to think you're a man if you like your truck and want to look after it. Whereas in Holland it's perfectly normal. You see even little rigids, or like I just overtook a little DAF CF and it was immaculate. It wasn't a new one, it was just a little DAF. But the driver obviously cared a lot about it. You get that a lot in Holland, all the trucks are pretty much tidy and looked after. If only we could be more like that in the UK. They need a culture change. And I don't mean blinged up and fancy, I just mean tidy and looked after. And they have nice painted tanks and painted wheels and stuff. Anyway, onward! See, I'm overtaking a little 7.5 tonne an hour, that's really tidy. Just looked after. Just look after your vehicles, people. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Right? Damn you! Thank you, my little friend. Here we are, another good example. Oh, I didn't flash him in. A really tidy little machine. Well, I say little, it probably runs about 50 tonnes. It doesn't. It's only got 5 axles. Nice new trailer there. Ziegelmüll, Tennismüll, Skramot, Mineralentron. Ah.
We're not teenagers. I mean, I'm going to be at least 36 when this thing's
It's basically it's a suck it and see things, you know. If we enjoyed it, I would.
Shame I didn't have the camera on. He just, a Swain lorry, you know, the green ones, just went the other way. From Blighty, complete with a flat, and the driver was wearing his high-vis vest. Oh dear. At the risk of sounding like somebody who, an Englishman that reads the Zoo magazine. There's a town called Winterslag. There's wintry slags there. There we go, that'll do. All we need to do now is go to find a town called Wank in Austria. Right, so this is Henry Ethelon. Just got to look for the customer now. This road doesn't look very industrial from here on in. Good God, that is the biggest fire station I've ever seen. I wonder if I'm going the right way. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Driving. Oh, there we go. There's some buildings. I see buildings. I see it's in Henry S's. He says driving past the entrance. I hate these big places, but there we go. We'll find something to turn around now. Blow. There we go, I might be able to turn around there. No, I won't. Oh, testicles. U-turn. U-turn if you want to. The lane is not for turning. That wasn't very good. I can do a better impression of Margaret Thatcher. U-turn. I can't do it. That's because I've got a cold. U-turn if you want to. Oh. I'll come back to that when I haven't got a cold. This is one of those big old warehouses. Fairly straightforward though. Looks like it'll be a non-fridge load, which is always nice, so you have to worry about where you're parking. Because I'm a kind and considerate driver. And I don't like parking next to people with a running fridge. Chauffeurs, drivers. Aha! Guten Abend. Don't know why I said that. So here we are, waiting to load. Looks like it might be a while. Well, there we are. I'll get paid by the day, I don't care. I'm supposed to be in Hayward by 2 o'clock tomorrow, but if I'm not, I'm not. You do your best within the law. And if people hold you up, it's not your fault. That's the best way of looking at it. Here's another of Luke's top tips
for those new drivers or want-to-be drivers, or, to be fair, a lot of old experienced drivers need this tip as well. Trailer cleanliness is of the utmost importance. What do I mean by this? The amount of trailers I have taken off of drivers when we've done a swap. You unload it and you see the floor is covered in blood. And I don't mean it had blood on it, the load was bloody. I mean, they haven't washed it after their last load. Especially in a place like this. You come in here in a place like this, in a trailer with blood all over the floor, there's a good chance they'll never have your company back. If you have this is fridges mostly, of course. If you have a bloody load, wash the trailer. So many drivers don't. It's shocking how they think, I'm launching into a rant now, but how they think they can get away with loading a trailer full of blood, even if it's dried blood all over the floor, is shocking, you know? So that's the thing, just keep your trailer clean. It's not hard. There's plenty of places to wash it out, or you have a blade. Same to a certain extent with curtain swept out and nice and tidy. But yeah, it's just an important thing that everybody seems to forget. I don't know, the amount of trailers I get that have got dried blood all over the floor and I have to go and get washed out then. It's just not the done thing. So there we are. That's for you new drivers and you old experienced drivers that really should know better. Clean your trailer.